Good day to you, Warriors of Light. No doubt you've all been enjoying the latest edition of Blue Mage to the game, and no doubt you've all been doing it wrong. Well, fear not, for I am here to set your deviated minds upon the proper path with this, my true guide to Blue Mage in Final Fantasy XIV. What do you mean, you may be asking? What tidbit of knowledge yet eludes my grasp? Allow me to ease your troubled minds by enlightening you. This issue is none other than the misinformation given to us from upon the glorious stage of our North American fan festival by our dearest Yoshida-san. He claims the sacrilege that one may obtain the ever-powerful blue magic without having ever taken a single spell upon your own body. This craven philosophy goes against every teaching of the blue, and must not be adhered to, for all those of the true path know that one cannot gain such power without the conviction to sacrifice your well-being for it. But why? Why would Yoshida do such a thing to lead us astray? I have here the answer you seek. Clearly, his intentions were to weed out those who would be taken in by his honeyed words and seek out the way of the coward, devoid of risk. As you have no doubt ascertained by now, this way of thinking is inherently flawed, and I would implore you to resist the temptation and commit yourselves to the arduous endeavor of true blue magic. I don't understand, I hear you say. If it's not the correct thing to do, why do we still attain the same spells even if we don't get hit by them? Now, unlike other advanced jobs we've been given over the past couple expansions, Blue Mage starts at a meager level 1. Do not let this deter you from your course, however. Even though you may start off weaker, your true Blue Mage body will be able to withstand whatever the common creatures of this realm can throw at you, however painful it may be. Besides, if they give us greater power from the onset and we just dove into this world without first easing into it, the realm would surely tear asunder. The sheer girth of our power cannot be taken all at once, after all. It takes blood, spit, and tears to reach the climax of our potential, but, given enough time, satisfaction will be achieved for yourself and the realm both. A true blue mage is a courteous blue mage. Once you have steeled yourself mind, body, and soul, all that remains is to begin your journey of true blue magic acquisition. Be sure to pick your prey wisely. There is no shame in starting small with creatures such as the bats and lower Lanosea. While the process of attaining your full potential is a gradual one, your power will swell far faster than that of lesser jobs, even from such creatures as this. As your power and arsenal grows, so will your potential to fell any other variety of foul beast that dares draw breath in your presence. From drawing the essence of another learned from the bats to the engineering of goblin explosives, with each victim you will draw that much nearer to the mastery of your art. Just be sure to allow these delicate morsels the opportunity to first use the ability you wish to acquire before laying them low. I do understand that letting them live for more than the moment you draw your cane can be unbelievably droll. But given some patience, even the great power of the feared Cactuar can be at your disposal. While those who are weak of heart and soft of mind may be wary of such a creature, a true blue mage knows that the only deadly abilities are the ones in their own possession. Clearly, such an unrefined creature as this poses no threat to the likes of our... Oh shit, minor setbacks are, par for the course when endeavoring for ultimate power. It could happen to anyone, really. Lowering your guard can prove fatal, but it is a forgivable offense when you consider the blatant gap in your abilities and those of the soon-to-be slayed. Stay on your guard, lest those who walk the false path take heart in the folly of their reprehensible ways. Do this, and no number of foes will be able to surmount you. Hold fast to your conviction as you venture into the dungeon dwellings of marginally stronger beasts, and are faced with the veritable horde of their meager thralls. Watch from the heights of perfection as they break themselves upon your invincible... Cut the footage. Just cut the footage. While many beasts of the realm are just that in stature and brain, insisting on fighting a futile battle for their lives, others have the wisdom to discern their lot in life and surrender themselves willingly to their inevitable deaths. The noble Wesp, for example, being small in size but gallant of heart, will relinquish the last ounce of their strength to deliver a fatal blow that extinguishes our vital flame and prevents us from gaining their power in the process. That is to say, it would prevent us if it were able to actually accomplish such a task. While their efforts are certainly more admirable than most of its kind, it is all futile in the end. Even creatures such as the bomb cannot hold a candle to our incredible vitality and endurance. While its endeavor to bring down multiple opponents at once is considerably more commendable than the Wesp, who is only capable of a single target, it is, in equal measure, laughable. Honestly, bringing down a single true blue mage is tantamount to a miracle in and of itself. The gall to suggest it has the ability to bring down several. Okay, game, okay. Oh, you know what?
Hey there, tired of expensive teleportation cost? Return taking too long to come off cooldown? Worn down by the perpetual pain of existence in general? Well, don't you worry, because True Blue is here for you. Now presenting Self-Destruct, the combustible solution for all you short fuses out there. Just one short cast, and you're on your way to your home point in a blaze of glory. Final Sting requires a single enemy to cast, but why settle on just one? Transfusion is essentially the same as Charity, and the last thing you need is those pesky warm fuzzies to make you reconsider just ending it all. Self-Destruct is the clear choice for your dead, empty soul. But the uses don't stop there. Bitten off more than you can chew in a dungeon? Self-Destruct. Lengthy phase transitions prolonging a wipe? Self-Destruct. Get kicked out of your raid group for someone with higher DPS? Self-Destruct. No matter what situation you may happen to find, Self-Destruct is the solution to blow up your behind. Call a True Blue agent today for your free consultation. Self-Destruct is a product for Warriors of Light. Anyone without the blessing of Heidelin should not use Self-Destruct, as this could result in serious injury or death, unless you desire serious injury or death. Bleeding, dismemberment, and property damage are guaranteed side effects of Self-Destruct. Self-Destruct should not be used while you're nursing or pregnant. True Blue Incorporated is not held liable for property, physical, emotional, moral, or relationship damage. Ask your local sign if Self-Destruct is right for you.
As you embark on your journey, you will no doubt notice that some abilities are not direct attacks but rather supplementary in purpose, making it impossible to bear the usual onslaught upon your person prior to their acquisition. The cowardly defectors will claim that this puts them on even footing with us, but nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, just look at what they're wearing. Disgraceful. While these cravens sneak around and most likely beg the creatures they face to bestow upon them their power, we assert the sheer pressure of our superior presence until such power is yielded to us. It is entirely different. It is also true that certain totems containing blue magic spells are distributed to those distinguished among us. These totems are the representation of the painstaking and unyielding effort of the prestigious mages that came before us, and thereby no longer require our own effort. Be that as it may, it does not mean we cannot find creative means to instill such techniques onto ourselves. Anything can be a tool for learning blue magic, if you're brave enough. Now then, back to our regularly scheduled ascension to ultimate power. While the vast majority of blue magic acquisition can be achieved while roaming about the overworld, as mentioned before, some can only be attained by delving into the dungeon dwellings of certain creatures. However, in sheer spite of the considerable power at our disposal, we are still bound by the arbitrary laws of this land to reach a specific level before venturing forth into certain domains. No doubt these restrictions are in place to give these creatures a modicum of time more to make peace before having certain doom descend upon them. For once you darken the entrance to their meager abodes, there is nothing standing in the way of your sheer destructive power.
Breath of Magic Caster, Infinity Ward, Magic Ward Holy, Life Essence, Showy Mahou, Fallen Down!
Of course, detonating yourself will prevent you from acquiring any potential spells, but sometimes it simply isn't about the spells. It is about sending a message. By sending them to hell. Beyond these dungeons, the so-called trials of the realm await. What may have been a trial for your average warrior of light, however, is no more than a springtime stroll through a field of daffodils for the likes of us, and the daffodils are allergic to you. While far more considerable in stature, the process is no less the same than before. Engage your enemy, hold back the urge to massacre their being until they cast the desired ability, embrace your true blue mage body to receive it upon yourself. Yes, naturally, no problem at all. Keep in mind that some beasts may hold up to 2 spells which you may acquire, so the added patience of waiting on 2 spells is, required. No problems whatsoever. At the apex of these trials, and your own trial as a true blue mage, stand the primals of the beast tribes. While paling in comparison to our own, the power these primals hold is quite easily the most potent once it transfers to our hands from the ligature of their corpses. Even so, they are far more formidable than any foe that has fallen before us up until this juncture in time. That being so, these battles will require the absolute height of our power to overcome. No, your ears do not deceive you. It is time to unleash the hidden power, the pinnacle of true blue magic, the ultimate spell. Go forth and show them what a true force of nature is. Release the fish.
Smoked! Fish native! Stonefish! Ironic! Oh my! Fishsicle!
After you have effectively drowned your adversaries with the Piscine power of the mighty fish, the final and truest tests of patience begin. As before, you may need multiple attempts to finally bring the power of the primals into your own possession. For what these creatures have in strength above those you've faced before, they also have in tenacity. But let not your conviction wane. Even if it requires that they fall 100 times, you will prevail. Seriously though, it might actually take 100 runs. Holy jeez.